Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining me here at the Galaxy with God Love Notes. All right, my name is Beverly. If you're new to my channel, and I'm gonna speak about how I give my channel this name. Okay, so this is a continuation somehow of my twin flame spiritual awakening videos that I did previously. Um, all right, so let me go straight ahead. All right. I'm just coming out of my twin flame spiritual awakening. Actually, I'm not all the way out because I'm still in real deep focus as to my purpose because with everything that went down, I know that God has a plan for me. So I mentioned earlier in one of the videos where I was drawn to use the pendulum, and from that pendulum I start getting messages from my guides, my grandmother, my spiritual team overall. So I have my notebook here because whenever I correspond with my guides, I actually write a lot of notes. I put their messages in red and I put my questions in blue. So the purpose of this channel, actually they said help my children find Christ. So they said help my children find Christ. So they are encouraging me. This is not something I want to do, but this is something that God wants me to do to help to bring his children to him by sharing my videos, sharing my thoughts, my experiences, because they believe I am procrastinating on these videos. So they are encouraging me, nudging me to go on. Okay, so I said, Spirit, what exactly do you want me to do? I know they claim I have a spiritual inheritance. And I asked them, to do what? They said, I'm supposed to make videos. To speak about what? They said, just I really want to quote what they say, but there is so much in this book. They want for me to bring the God's children to him. So I said, where do I start? They said, go make your name public. I said, how? Because I'm still confused because I'm not a public speaker. I am always in my own shell most of my life. Maybe I'm an introvert, really. I love people in general. I love people. I love to be in the company of people, but at the same time, I love to be by myself most of the time. But during the time of my spiritual awakening, I was withdrawn from this world. So I can smile now because the pain is not much there anymore because I've given everything over to the divine. He's taking care of everything. I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. But let's go back to the channel and how my channel gets the name. I said, Spirit, do you have any idea as to what I could give my channel name? They say God Love Notes. Wow, I know that could not be coming from my thoughts because that's the last thing I would want to give my channel name. I said, Spirit, did you just say God Love Notes? And they said, yes. Go make your name public. Actually, they want me to do a YouTube radio. I said, what is a YouTube radio? Because I've never heard of it. They want me to do a YouTube radio. So I think more or less it was a YouTube channel. So the Galaxy, I added the Galaxy to it, to the name, the Galaxy with God Love Notes. So I incorporated my input on what my spirit guides want me to call my channel. So This is what I named my channel because I was spiritually guided to give my channel this name, The Galaxy with God Love Notes. So this all came after my spiritual awakening, twin flame journey, life purpose. They were able to tell me my life purpose and what I'm supposed to do in this lifetime. They say I'm a spiritual curse, generational curse breaker. So yes, so I'm working on the desire of my father, the divine, because I always know and believe in God, but at this time when I was going through the spiritual awakening slash twin flame journey, I couldn't have talked about this to anybody because I didn't know what was happening. I was just locked away by myself, meditating, wondering what's happening, because I've never heard the term spiritual awakening, twin flame journey, nor anything of the sort. So most of my life I've grown up as Christian. Christian don't deal with spiritual things. They just deal with reading the Bible and pray, and that's it, bottom line. So when I'm dropped in this, I was still wondering what was happening. I can't speak to anybody I know. Majority of the persons in my life are friends, associate, co-workers. They're all maybe Christians. So I can't tell them about spirituality and me talking to pendulum and connecting with spirits, stuff like that. It's gonna be abominable. So I keep it to myself. So at this point, this is really like my best kept secret. Very few persons know about it. I'm keeping it private for a while. My guides believe it's time to go public with this because I can't keep it any longer. I have to share my experience, especially for persons who have not gone through this as yet, to let them know exactly when this happens, what exactly is happening to them, because I was bowled out, not sure where to start or what to do. But thank God, all I knew I could do, I pray, because I always believe God answer prayers, because He's the only person who I could ever in my life really depend on, because I've seen Him work, healing my mother from cancer, healing me from kidney issues, healing me from a stage 3 kidney failure. He's the only person who I've ever seen take me by my hand, take my mother through her sickness. Doctor gave up on her. The only person she had to turn to. We didn't have money for her to do big surgery and do chemo. I was 14 at the time when my mother was diagnosed with cancer. We didn't have money. We were living in the country. And, I've seen my mother suffered. All we knew was church. I'm sorry. All we knew was church. So the church members had meetings, prayer, fasting for my mother. After all the tests that were taken that was positive, my mother knew at that point that she was gonna be healed. And she turned to me and my other sister. My sister was 16, I was 14. And she said, when I go to the doctor, I'm gonna win, doctor, this time. Because she had a vision that she was sitting on the sofa, and an angel came down to her and covered her in a white blanket. Covered her in a white blanket, and she said, "No, no, wait," because we were on the evening shift and we didn't come from school as it. She said, "Wait, because my kids are still at school. Don't take me as it because my kids are still at school." Anyways, she went to the doctor like few days after, to be admitted, to be diagnosed all over again. The doctor turned to my mother and said to her, he had the docket in his hand, asking her, what did we say to you? She said they told her they had, and they're looking at the docket, and she said, "Lady, let no one put knife on you or any form of medication to you, because lady, you are healed." That day, the entire hospital ward break down in tears and prayer on my mother's behalf. I was 14. I'm now 50. I still remember my mother, and she's 82 now. No trace of cancer in her body. Does everything for herself. She's still up and about. So I know prayer. I'm so sorry to be crying. I know prayer works. So I knew I had someone to turn to when I didn't have anyone to tell about my distress, when I was going through my spiritual awakening. So I knew I had to go to God, because he was the only person I think he would understand me at the time. So I have to share this today to let everyone know that regardless of how distant you feel in your life, there is always your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, who is beside you, regardless of we knowing or not. Because things I didn't see with my own eyes, I would never believe. But when I saw my mother being healed, I know there's a bigger force than what I could comprehend. So all my life, I've grown up knowing there is a God, and there's somebody to give an answer to if we do wrong. So I try to walk on a straight and narrow path with my Father divine in mind, that if anything I do wrong, I'm gonna disappoint him, because I knew from I was younger that he was making me an example, teaching me for today. So this is my life purpose, to share my experience with persons who don't believe in God, because I've had personal experience. I've listened to him. Sometimes I hear his voice. He taught me his own voice. There's not much I can say on this video, but I'll continue later down to share my experience as to how I know God is real. God is real. We might not be able to see him with our physical eyes. He prevented me from meeting an accident already. He told me. Yes, I thought it was my own voice, but I'll add some more to that later. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. And remember, always to turn your face towards the sunshine so you cannot see the shadow. There's nothing in life, no vanity, nothing, your car, your house, your this, there's nothing in life worth trading your soul for. Your soul is all we have, taken back with us. So God is the ruler of our life, the universe. Regardless of we can't see him, he's always there. So remember, prayer, if you don't remember anything I've said before, prayer is the key to reaching God, to reaching the divine, your ancestors. Speak to them. They are here and they are hearing you. So I'm gonna close for now, but thank you so much for watching and thanks for listening. If you like my video, please share so it could reach other persons who might be in my situation or even worse and might need a word of encouragement or guidance. So thank you and have a nice day.